This episode is brought to you by Progressive Commercial Insurance. Business owners, meet Progressive Insurance. They make it easy to get discounts on commercial auto insurance and find coverages to grow with your business. Quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliated and third-party insurers. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
So it's we'll promote your movie that's coming out, but really this is a podcast that's it's just about getting to know you and just getting to, this will be different than most of the interviews you probably do as an actor.
Okay, yeah, I like sharing. I don't think I'm super interesting, but I'll try my best. And yeah, I'm excited to plug my stuff. And thanks again for having me on. I love the show.
Oh, totally. And you don't have to put on anything. Yeah. People just like it when we're like natural.
No, I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
I listen all the time.
Did you hear the which one went viral recently? There've been a lot going viral.
Yes.
We re-released our Jeremy Strong one. People loved that one.
Yeah,
Jeremy was cool.
He was very cool.
Some of those questions you guys hit him with, I mean,
people want to know. Hey, people want to know. We're not here to pull punches. We're not going to grill anybody, but we'll saute them a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I love about you guys is you're not afraid to ask the hard hitting questions. I've seen some of these interviews before, and some of the questions, I'll have to look at my publicist like, can I talk about this? Is this okay? Can I answer this?
Hey, that's why we have the publicist chair in the corner.
Yes.
They can always.
I needed a couple. I have a whole team, but I always ask whenever I say, "Can I talk about this?" Please leave that in the show. That's cool.
Yes. Okay.
That's
love
really
that.
Cool.
Love that.
Mm-hmm,
yes. That type of stuff is really behind the mirror is what I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great. So, and then if you've heard it before, but they'll just that's the mac and cheese right there. So you'll just be eating a mac and cheese through the whole interview. And we know you're lactose intolerant.
Can you ask me some of the same questions you asked Jeremy?
Well, it's free flowing, but we'll do our best. So a lot of the questions were about being on Succession, which you're not. So, but we'll do our best.
And let's just say I hope you like cheese.
Okay, yeah, I am lactose intolerant, but I'll try to. We'll see how long I can last.
Yeah,
great. And now we're gonna roll. And welcome back to another episode of Allergic Reaction. I'm Snidely and Antwerp, and I'm here as always with my co-host.
Hello, my name is Snivels Goofer, and we are here to see how much cheese this man can take, and we're here to ask the hard-hitting questions because it is important to get the realness out of actors.
That's right. Today's allergic reaction is lactose and gluten, and our guest is Mark Wam, whose new movie, it's a hard-hitting drama that already has Oscar buzz. It's called Castle, and we're happy to have him here. Mark, take a big bite. How you doing?
Boys, how's it going? Warm up.
Yeah.
Wow, there he is. And Mark, what is your initial reaction to the cheesy, carby deliciousness that is the mac and cheese?
Thanks for asking. Well, right when I got in the studio, I opened up the door and was just hit with that smell. And I knew it just feels good to be able to connect all of my senses to a show that I'm a huge fan of, and I listen to every episode. So being able to walk in, and I just feel like, I feel like a kid walking out on the football field after watching all those games with Papa, and finally getting to step out on the field and actually be there. Wow. So I have goosebumps right now. Can you see that?
Yeah. Wow. He's not acting, folks, or if he is, he's a really good actor. Okay, we had some technical difficulties. In the break, you ate the whole mac and cheese there.
I tried to do one bite, and it just immediately spilled all over my shirt. Hey, to my team, can we get a new shirt for me? Is that okay? Or should we just leave it? Should we just leave this?
The video, it's going to be great for TikTok, and
it is a big messy shirt. Okay, let's just leave it. That's cool.
Let's just leave it. I mean, I talk about a viral video. The man Wom.
Yeah,
the Woms are getting nasty.
Big Wom.
Not that different from your most recent movie. You have a pretty nasty sex scene in the movie. Was that something that you wrote in, or something that was in the script?
We were curious about the sex scene in Castle because we were looking at each other like, this is full sex, I think. But go ahead, Wom.
That was improvised. I did
really,
yeah. I did check in. Making sure like it was like consensual, and obviously making sure both parties were cool with it. And they were like, yeah, dude, let's do this. And I was like, oh, wow.
That's great.
Yeah. So we freeballed it. Obviously, sex is a subjective word. And so like, I was falling a lot. And I think noises are hot, like making cool noises. And so I was trying to do like an ambulance sound, like wow, 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 wow. And like kind
of Doppler effect.
Yeah, kind of like an oral I call it oral sex, like AUR.
AU,
yeah. And so I was trying to work that into the scene, and it's a little tough. You can see, my partner is a little, seems like bored as that's
tough
happening.
Is the right word for that sex scene for sure. I think that it's interesting because all art, I mean, we talk about this on the show a lot, is subjective, but I thought that was supposed to be your character's kind of descent into madness. But you're saying you think in your normal life that the medic and those noises are hot in your lovemaking.
Well, like I said with the mac and cheese, like I'm just all about the senses. I think we as people, this might be a good clip. I think we as people, we ignore.
Yeah, this might be a good clip. Sorry, get that clean.
Highlight this. Our editor's been missing clips lately, so make sure you get this.
Yeah, let's get that clean.
I just think we as people sometimes ignore our basic human needs and senses, and go on.
Keep going. No, keep going. I'm talking to our editor.
This is a good clip. This is a good clip.
Okay.
Let's get it clean from the beginning, just because I was distracting you there by trying to communicate.
Maybe I'll slate just so like the clip guy has this clean.
Clip one. Yeah.
This is Mark with the big clip for the episode with a little bit of mac and cheese on my tummy.
Yes.
I just think we as humans ignore these basic needs, and I always try to smell and touch and taste and hear all these things. Go into a room. What do you notice about the room? And so part of this is pleasure too. It doesn't always have to be pain. Like we can use these senses in our pleasure senses. Like if you actually look at the human brain, there's these pleasure senses that really go off. And
let's go from the beginning. You said pleasure a little wrong. Just since we're clipping it, we do want this to be.
The mac and cheese kind of hit me on pleasure senses.
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's the allergy. That's
I didn't want to say anything because I thought the clip would be perfect, but you do have a noodle coming out of each nostril.
Oh, those got stuck in there.
Get them.
That's that's a nose piercing.
Those aren't noodles.
No, I did that for the show. I'm like I said, I'm a big fan.
That is genius. That is genius. So you're telling me you pierce your nose with macaroni and cheese?
It hurt, and but
especially
it's cool
with your allergy.
Yeah, what the allergy makes it tough. But like I said, I want to constantly be using my senses as human beings. We take these things for granted, and so here, let me take it from the top. This is Mark with the viral clip. Take two. line.
It's your clip, Mark.
What's your
Go ahead,
clip? So
whatever you say.
you were talking about the five senses.
The five senses, we ignore these things as human beings. And so we can even use them, in our love making. And so I try to, a loud car goes by, that's sex. A helicopter goes by, that's sex. You stand on a big whoopee cushion, that could be sex too.
Not a lot of people standing on whoopee cushions these days.
Well, that's what is like the surprise about them. Every time I sit down, I look for a whoopee cushion. But not every step I take, I look for a whoopee cushion.
Right. It's the new surprise. You stand on a big whoopee cushion, that's sex.
That's sex.
Absolutely.
You stand on a big whoopee cushion, that's sex.
It's sex.
Eugene, did we get that clip? Because I think that one is going to be viral.
And Eugene's giving us a thumbs up. So that's our first viral clip of the episode.
Oh,
which I'm excited.
right.
All right. Eugene, thumbs up. No headphones on site, but looks like he got it.
Eugene rides the levels visually. He just looks at the machine.
See,
and hopes we
visual.
got it.
Yep. And that's
that's a
smart.
sense.
Yeah.
Well, Mark Wam, we're very excited to have you on Allergic Reaction, the podcast where people consume something they're allergic to and then do a hard-hitting interview. We've already gotten a fantastic pull clip from you.
Thanks, boys.
Oh, before we move on from the senses, isn't umami actually the sixth sense? Didn't they discover that?
I did read that the other day, and sometimes when I'm eating it, I go, "Ooh, mommy."
Oh my God!
Not really a clip, but
Eugene, tell
that's
me
a
you
backup.
got that. Eugene, tell me you got that because that's the second little short viral clip.
Big,
you know what I mean?
Big
The short
yawn from
viral.
Eugene.
Thumbs up, but a
Eugene!
yawn.
God, we got to put the camera on Eugene. I think we'd be getting some clips out of him.
We don't need to share camera time, but it's an interesting idea.
It's an interesting
Good
idea
point.
for another guest. We want Mark Wam fully on camera,
Sure.
covered in some mac and cheese. He
Right on the tummy.
He housed a lot of it. He's got a mac and cheese nose septum piercing. That's macaroni and cheese in his nose. He's allergic. He's puffing up a little bit.
Yeah.
He's starting to blow, folks.
I am
Mark.
starting to feel it. A little tingly in the tips of the fingers, but I'm just
Now,
glad to
Mark-
be here.
Mark, I have both my co-host and I, you know us, we were child actors, and now we're more on the interview side of the podcast, but we've both been
That's
nominated.
cool. That's
we've both been
cool.
nominated for various awards. And,
Congratulations.
thank you. Yeah, not for podcasting, but just growing up,
Razzies.
Yeah.
Razzies. And so we know what it's like
The
on the
Stinkies.
day of the award. Stinkies, Dipey. We got. We both.
Slippies.
We both have 3 Dipies, right? You have
Yeah.
the full Dipey, the lifetime full Dipey award.
I have the full diaper and I have 2 slippies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Big Tootie acceptance speech was beautiful, by the way. Talk about a viral clip. That
thank you
really
so
hit
much.
home for me.
Well, when you eat a big bowl of chili right before the acceptance speech, it's tough not to go viral. You know what I mean?
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh,
You
yeah.
could either take something like that as an insult or a compliment. The first couple,
Yeah.
it was an insult, but then it's like embrace it. Go accept the award, like Tom Green accepting his Razzie.
Yeah.
And you own the insult all of a sudden. But I want to ask you, you're getting a lot of Oscar buzz for Castle.
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, this is fascinating with the improvised sex scene. What do you do on a preparing to go to the award show? What are the nerves like for something like that?
Mm-hmm.
This is, every actor has like their own method for approaching an award
And they're
show.
bringing in the big glass of whole milk and Oreos while you're talking about that.
Okay, yeah. I
Keep going.
Don't.
Flower rim.
I try to. I fly to Chicago. I try to swim all of Lake Michigan just to get all of that anxiety out of
Really?
me. Now
Right.
I can't swim yet, so I have my jet ski team kind of flanking me. See how far I get. They're very into me wearing a life jacket though to prevent me from drowning. So
It's an insurance issue for film and stuff like that. If you drown, they can't make the sequels, or if they're already in production, it costs them a lot of money. And they
the
don't want
director
that.
said that. He kept saying, if you die, we're fucked. So I have to, carry that, with me. But so I try to, I have all this energy and adrenaline, and, nothing feels better than that cool lake water. And so I
Totally.
will jump in, shout cannonball, huge joke, crushes. No, oh, sorry. I didn't say the whole thing. Can we get that, Eugene?
Huge.
Let's get a
Huge.
clean huge. Let's turn
Eugene,
on the
put on the
TikTok
headphones
cams.
around your neck.
Please.
Doesn't make sense.
No. Or around your leg. Your leg doesn't need them. I'll do a swan dive into Lake Michigan and shout, "Cannonball!"
Oh,
So you're not
classic
even
twist.
doing a cannonball.
No.
That's expectation. And a lot of, look, we all know this. A lot of actors are not funny. You know, that they
No.
do this kind of thing where you think they're comedians because they act funny.
Right.
But you are doing this stuff that is really turning stuff on its head, swan diving and saying cannonball.
Yeah. I love an actor that tells a long story that they think has a good punchline, and it's always worth the wait, in my opinion. And so I've been working on that, just like a 3-minute story that you feel like has the structure of a joke. And then when the
Yeah.
punchline hits, you know that it was clearly funny at that time, but has never been executed as a story well. So I've been working on that. 4-minute stories.
Whoops. You just did one. You nailed it. You really nailed that one. That was
Eugene,
good.
let's take the story again. Eugene,
Yep.
come
Eugene
on.
swapping
Eugene is shaking
SD
his
cards, trying to figure out which one
Eugene,
fits.
you got to get bigger than a 1 megabyte SD
Yeah.
card. 1 megabyte is not going to do it. Get at least a gig.
Eugene
Huge.
is
Come on.
constantly swapping behind the soundproof glass.
Oh my gosh. You know, can I say I
That's
really
bulletproof,
respect
by the way. That's not soundproof.
Oh, that's bulletproof glass. That's
It was
right.
cheaper.
it had to be because we've been getting so mad at Eugene. We've been pulling out our guns and almost killing him every episode. We had to put in BPG, bulletproof glass.
Yeah, I flash heat at Eugene once an episode for sure.
And the lights go off, the sounds go off. He's flashing heat.
Seed. Folks, it's the Man Dog Pod, the Improv and Conversation podcast. Shalom, aloha. I am one of your many co-hosts, Dan Lippert, and I'm here for another episode with one of the other many co-hosts, Ryan Rosenberg. Hi, Ryan.
Yo, what's happening, Dan, and our audience, our lovely audience?
Everyone is looking very gorgeous in the audience today. We can't wait to kiss you all. And that goes doubly for our guests today, Kevin Bartelt. Hi, Kevin.
Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
The chef.
The chef is in the house. More late night hosts should go in and give their audience like little kissies when they walk in. There needs to be more embraces.
They used to do that on game shows, you know, where
Yeah.
like they would kiss the contestants on the lips. Gene, what's
on
his
the
name?
lips?
Yeah, have you ever seen those clips? Like a lot of those, if you watch like old match games or that would be like the other celebrities, but they'll just kiss women on the lips.
That's so crazy.
But it's for the
What
show.
if Drew
It's cool.
Carey did that?
It's for the show.
It's for the show.
Yeah, Drew Carey kissed all those people who were
On the mouth.
it's like 10 a.m. in whatever that
COVID.
studio's called.
CBS Radford.
Yeah.
Now, you all out there probably know Kevin from his work on mic on Hollywood Handbook and the Flagrant Ones Network. His work with YouSong. What was your guys'
Maybe
podcast? Maybe Don't. You may know him from behind the mic. He's worked on Improv for Humans, Comedy Bang Bang, of course, the whole Big Grande backlog, whatever you would call it. And you're here today because you have because we wanted to have you on the podcast, but you also have a new podcast coming out.
I do. It's a video project / podcasty thing. It is called Where the Potty At. It's coming out December 19th. And I'm basically hosting a review of a fake podcast that I made with my friends. So it's going to be a 2-part series on YouTube. And the first part's going to be free. And it's a big, chunky part 1. So everyone can enjoy it. And so I've been writing it and filming it, and it cuts to a bunch of clips of a fake, very scandalous podcast that I made with some people. So it's been. I was telling the guys before the recording, I've never made a thing like this where it takes like months and months to make one single like piece of content. I'm very used to, you know, like with you guys and a bunch of other people, like recording and releasing, you know, like kind of weekly episodes. So it's been a fun challenge working on a thing that's like, all right, it's all just this, so it's been fun.
That's what I was wondering. I mean, you're the busiest, most talented, most sought after man in all of podcasting.
Ryan, reading
He's
my
on the other
script
side
perfectly.
of the window, typically. Yes, a perfect script. Thank you. I love the script. I made a couple notes, but how do you juggle it all?
I love this.
Juggle it all with new projects as well as the current projects. I mean, this guy, he does it all.
I do. I does it all. I try to. I sleep in very late. I think that helps. And
are you a late night boy?
I'm
Do
a
you
very
stay
late
up
night boy.
Editing and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that helps. If I was like a, early riser, for me specifically, I would just be much more cranky than I am. But
you'd be mad about you.
Oh, I'd be very mad. No, I'm
that's if you were a poly riser.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
No, I sleep in and then get up around sleep in's kind of strong, but I wake up around 9 or 10 and then just edit for a couple hours, have my coffee, take a break, edit for a couple hours, and then I really get a stride going between. I did most of this between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m.
I love that.
So
I'm feeling very vindicated because I like to stay up late.
Yeah.
And sort of dig into stuff late when I'm not getting any messages, no emails, none of that stuff. And I like that another productive man like you is doing the same thing.
I did it probably a little too hard 2 nights ago. I was up till 4:30 working on this, and I had a plumber coming at 7 a.m. And so I just slept on the couch so I could hear
you
when
only had 3 hours to clog the toilet.
Just like when a cleaner comes and you have to pre-clean, when the plumber comes, you have to pre-clean.
Took a big shit, yeah. Edited till 4:30, sat on the toilet till 7.
Someone's in here.
And he I let him in and I just looked so destroyed. I was just tired, but he was just hi, I'm here to fix the water thing. And I was like, yeah, come on in.
I bet you every plumber meets a stressed person, though.
Yeah.
Because that day their drains are not working at their house. I would be so pissed every time a plumber showed up.
I either can't be clean or I can't use the toilet if the plumber's at my house. Mm-hmm. Or my dishes stink. Those are the main 3 things.
Unrelated. I didn't start going to the bathroom in my sink.
How much is this an expression of things that you've seen or had this new
most
podcast,
of it.
This new, it's heightening comedically stuff that's happened to you or
definitely
on other podcasts. Yeah.
The first line is that this is kind of like the magic school bus for me, teaching people how to basically host a podcast. And a lot of it is real life stuff that I've witnessed and sincere tips, especially for people interested in podcasting, kind of 101 stuff about different aspects of hosting a show, or if you're interested in working with other people, kind of how that collaboration works. And then some of it is the scandals, quote unquote, that happen on the show are things that I think could realistically happen, but then taking it to the most extreme without spoiling anything, but just conflicts that I've seen, and then just seeing what if a much more intense version of this happened, how would these people react? And I'm okay saying this because they told me this immediately. My friends who are in it are not actors. So I think they're doing it very real, because they're I'm just, but they work in podcasting. So it was kind of fun working with them, because they're I'm just going to try to be as real about this as I can.
Yeah.
Pretty real, I think.
It's funny because, I mean, maybe there's more drama in different types of podcasts. If you were dealing with bigger personalities, I don't think we really have a ton with ours, but the hardest thing about podcasting to me is imagine every time you have to print something last minute and your printer just doesn't work for no reason.
Yes.
It doesn't receive it. That's what podcasting feels like. It's what needs to be plugged in here? What battery doesn't everything works, but it's not working. It like that is the most frustrating part of it, I think.
Yeah, there's a big chunk about like the constantly changing tech that like once you feel like you have something figured out, even if you do it the next day, there's a chance that like none of it works. And like how like the challenge then is to like I tried experimenting with like Twitch streams at the beginning of the pandemic, and it broke every single time I did it. And it was, and I feel like a pretty tech savvy person. So then just kind of going like, okay, is this worth having these like weekly hurdles? Knowing, okay, all these things are going to mess up, but I'm still going to do it because it's worth it. Or like, is the show not worth the frustration, or, you know, whatever the frustration may be, if it's like annoying tech stuff or just like, you know, scheduling can be challenging. Like even if it's a weekly show or a season show, like figuring out, trying to lock in times. Sometimes people are like, this isn't worth it. I'm too busy. And so kind of like juggling all of those things. So I kind of give like, I think a helpful like guideline about like what I feel like what works and what doesn't work. Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. When you visit the doctor, you probably hand over your insurance, your ID, and contact details. It's just one of the many places that has your personal info. And if any of them accidentally expose it, you could be at risk for identity theft. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second. If you become a victim, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year at lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
I got a scene idea.
Great.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Can we all sit down for a second? Just right before we get started on the episode, right before.
Mm-hmm.
Has somebody been using my microphone cover? And I don't want nose. I don't want brush off.
You don't want nose?
Has anybody been using my microphone cover?
I don't think so.
Which is the cover the round thing with stuff on it, or is the cover the thing that goes right on top of
the thing that goes right on top? I'm putting my mouth right close to it every day. I bought it special off of Sweetwater, not Amazon, Sweetwater.
Yeah.
The Sound Pro's #1 place to go. And I care about this thing. I don't want other people's smells and breath in it.
Not for. Look, I'll come clean. Yesterday after you guys left, I stuck around and I made myself a coffee, and I made it a little too hot. And so in order to hold the mug, I used your mic cover. It was just the closest thing to me. It was kind of a beer cozy for the coffee, but I didn't want to burn my fingertips.
Well, it smells like you burnt the frickin' coffee, because this is the most burnt coffee smell I've ever smelt, and it's right in my nose right before I have to record.
Yeah.
You know how serious I am about smells before I record.
I didn't use it for recording purposes, but I did make a Thanksgiving turkey after we recorded and needed to pull it out quickly because it was burning. And so I took 2 windscreens and used them as little gloves to pull out the turkey. So I don't know if
that's
it's
the other smell. That's the other
turkey
smell.
and burnt coffee.
I have burnt coffee on the microphone cover, and I have, I'll be honest, burnt gravy on my windscreen.
It wasn't that burnt.
I know we're all angry here. I know you are especially. I'm actually not that angry, or wasn't until just now. There's no reason to insult Steve's cooking the way I make coffee because you're mad about the windscreen thing. I'm sorry about the windscreen thing. I didn't know you cared that much. I did. But it was the closest thing to me. And I'll buy you a new one from Sweetwater, where sound pros go to get their sound things.
They call me every day, so I can, when I have my daily check-in with them, I'll order a couple for you.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would really love that.
And when he gives me those Tootsie Rolls, oh man, I'm set for the week.
I like that little.
Now listen, I don't want this going on the company account either.
Come on.
I want people paying this out of their own pocket so that I can't focus pre-pod if I have smells in my mouth and nose.
You keep housing me with these purchases that are for work, but you say, don't put this on the company card. You know,
Yeah.
I had to buy a studio table, which I don't think we need, by the way, a 12-foot dining room table
It
to
needs
record.
to. No, I'm going to disagree here. It needs to feel cool in here. It
Thank
needs to
you.
feel cool in here. When people come in,
Have you seen
it
the
needs to feel
Smod
cool.
Castle? It should
Of
be like the
course.
Smod Castle.
You ask me that every week, of course.
Okay, well, I don't see you wearing big jean shorts. Another request I've
They
made.
fell off.
Oh, you
No
do
one,
have them
no
on
one
there.
look down,
They're just
really
please.
big
around-
No one
t-shirts.
look down,
around
please.
your ankles.
Look,
I'm sorry. That's actually funny. I'm sorry. That
See?
did boost my mood a little bit. I'm sorry.
We're
Can I
buddies
say-
here.
can I say, Max? I get that, like, kind of why we've become one of the top 10 podcasts that reviews old copies of Maxim magazine. Is that we have this kind of on-air banter where we're a little bit at odds with each other. But I don't like being at odds with you in real life also. I don't like everything to be a fight. You've taken on
Yeah.
this on-air persona.
Yep.
And I get it. We are the number, actually 12, 13 right now I'm looking, podcast
Dropping
that
quick.
reviews.
Really fast.
Well, I got to put an episode out soon. Well, of course, Maxim Men they just released the episode reviewing the 2002 Jessica Biel Woman of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
So of course
God,
they're
what
going
an
to zoom
episode.
past us.
What a freaking episode of an edition.
Okay, so I just want to say, you have become like your on-air persona. It's not a big fight that I took your windscreen. I'll buy you a new one. They cost $1.
All right. You're right.
Right?
You're right. You're right. I'm finding reasons.
Now we're-
and
Oh, go
you're
ahead.
right. I'm going to
Excuse me.
calm down. I'm sorry.
We're zooming in with the guy who wrote the article, How to Do the Alphabet with Your Tongue So You Can Please Her Downtown Better. And I just don't want to be like this when he's on air. I don't want to be embarrassed.
Right. All right. Let me grab my seat here.
Oh, he's here.
Feels a little flat. Did somebody sit on my cushion last night? It's not a big deal. It's not a
He's
big
in the
deal.
waiting
Never
room.
mind.
Should we let him in?
Well, just real quick, let's talk about this. Did somebody sit on my cushion last night, either when they made the coffee or had the Thanksgiving dinner?
I didn't sit on it. I had to place the turkey somewhere because you say I can't use this dining room table for any foods if we're recording
We set
on it.
rules for a reason, okay? My seat needs to be empty for 8 hours before I sit back down in it, or else it doesn't have the cushion I need.
We have a 12-foot table that you say I can't use. It's only for recording. So I have to
Yes.
put the turkey somewhere.
How about your house? How about you cook the turkey at the goddamn house? I microwave salmon 12 times and everybody gets mad at me for stinking up the office permanently, but you guys feel fine to burn coffee and burn a Thanksgiving meal. Also, throw away the cornucopia. Will you throw this thing away?
I'd love to cook at my house, but you guys put a prank oven in my kitchen that's way too small. Which, by the way,
Well, you fell for it.
I'd love if you guys could replace. That joke
You
was
fell
from
for it. We had to check you into a mental institution because for 3 weeks you thought that you didn't understand shapes and sizes and were becoming Alice in Wonderland. We did a whole live episode where you zoomed in and we discussed the Hugh Jackman issue from 2005.
Which, by the
Yeah,
way,
was
I
it
didn't know that was a
James or
live
not?
stream. You guys should have told me that was a live stream. I thought that was like you guys checking in as friends. And then we have this very open conversation and you say, thanks everyone for listening. And I say, listening to what? And then you leave.
And we want to say thanks again to everybody in the mental health wing of the hospital that helped us set up that Zoom secretly and that live
and thank you for
stream.
listening.
Yeah, the lighting
plugging in.
setup. It seems very weird.
Look, just while we're on the subject, I did spill a little bit of hot coffee on my dog Delilah.
No.
And to clean her up, I put her on your cushion because I couldn't bend over because of my back. And so I cleaned her up on the cushion while she was covered in hot coffee.
When are you going to get over this back tattoo? When are you going to stop blaming stuff on the pain of the tattoo?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a year, and I am hoping that it's done. But it still
So
hurts.
your skin has been hurting for a year. Your skin.
Look,
a very,
I'm in litigation with the
very small
doctor. I
tattoo.
almost don't even know if I could talk to you guys about it because I'm not supposed to discuss it on air while we're in litigation.
What even is that tattoo? I can barely see it.
Right? It's for our podcast. I can't believe you don't recognize it.
Okay, so he's allowed to use the company card for his tattoos, but I have to buy a $4,000 dining room table, and that's got to go on my personal card.
Well, the tattoo gives us clout.
Thank you.
It's on his lower back. He wears shirts. No one can see it.
Okay.
But when they do, it's a huge surprise. Remember when he almost got in People for They're Just Like Us? Almost. But he was just on the other side of the light pole.
I thought it was people of interest.
Yes, I was a person of interest. I was a person of interest. I did almost make it into Person of Interest magazine.
Well, fuck it. Let's just do an episode. I think today's what is today? Megan Fox and why she's good.
That's why Megan Fox is good, and we're talking to the guy who wrote the article. He's still in the Zoom room. He's pacing pretty aggressively now.
Should we tell him that we can see it?
Sir, that's just bulletproof glass, not one-way glass. Or was that the other podcast?
They all have bulletproof glass.
Eugene works on both. Eugene works on both.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, in the world of these podcasts you're going to hear today, Eugene works on them all.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kevin, you record with some of the biggest podcast stars on Planet Comedy.
Planet Comedy.
I want to hear, what's the freaking drama?
Dish.
Who's the worst?
Dish.
Who's the best?
Dish.
Who gave you a big Christmas present?
Dish.
This isn't a best or worst, but I did really respect it. A couple years ago, I recorded Whoopi Goldberg on Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally's podcast, and I asked her to record herself. She was like at her place, and she was like, sure, I'll do this voice memo. And I was like, great. Is there any chance you could wear headphones too so that the Zoom recording audio doesn't go into your voice memo? And she kind of smiled to me and went, I'm not going to do that. No. And just like the way she said it, I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then she was like, do you want me to hit record on my voice memo? It was very hard not to be like, I mean, I'm not going to use it now, but
it's absolutely useless.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, that'd be
It's a
great.
farce.
Thanks so much. And then she gave me a voice memo that was just full brick of audio of a conversation. Zoom being able to, I'm getting in the weeds a little bit. Zoom being able to multi-track has saved my life like 100 times in the last 2 years. So,
Because you used to just on a Zoom record have to have one track that has everybody's audio on it, and everybody would record from home, hopefully.
yes. And there's a setting that you can click that makes a separate audio track for each individual person. So if you do, like, for example, the like 12-person Christmas comedy Bang Bang episode, and one person's audio is messed up, you can use just that person's audio instead of it being like, now we have to use this for everybody. Yeah, I've been pretty... I'm never as stressed as I could be on Zoom because I know that I have like the separate thing. So, but yeah, Whoopi Goldberg. I've said this story on a paywall version before, and I still feel kind of bad about now saying it on a free show. But I recorded Jack Black once on Zoom, and he ripped ass. And I cut it out of an episode. No one heard it, and then but he like stopped mid-sentence, and I was wondering why. And then I got his audio and was like, I know why now. Very clearly waiting to see if anyone heard it. And we didn't. And then when he sent me his audio, I was like, big tutor.
Big tutor.
That's fine.
That's always my, like, one of my fears is that, like, right before we record, we'll hit record, but then we're talking and we're like, oh, this isn't on the episode, so whatever.
Yeah.
But it's recording like almost like a copy of my brain when I'm not paying attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I'm always afraid that Brian, our editor, has like 30 seconds twice a week of me saying the craziest shit in the world. You know?
You're right beforehand getting out of your system, being yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I love having the I always like with you guys and with everyone, I always like very loudly announce like I'm recording now. So there's no like, I'm not Pete Holmesing anyone. Like, by the way, this is all being recorded. And everyone's like, oh, okay. I didn't know that
Wait,
was.
hang on.
Yeah.
Did he do that to see?
I think he starts each show like not telling people that they're recording. Right. And I know some other shows that, like network shows where they've tried to do that. Like, let's like not say that we're recording. Like, let's just start. Yeah. And then engineers have been like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I understand like wanting that, but you should still like make sure everyone knows. It feels just kind of like sneaky.
I think you could send me, the engineer, to jail.
Yeah.
Comes out. Yeah.
Yeah. Once your face is on the mic, you got to just assume it's being recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. I don't always remember how they work. That there's the sole purpose is whatever you were saying is exactly what they're catching.
Yeah.
How long did it take y'all, or did this ever matter, to get used to your own voice? Because like early on with this, like we were editing the episodes, and with like early Big Grande stuff, we would listen to every episode before we put it out. And it took me a while to even get through a listen and not be like, Jesus, I hate this guy.
Definitely a while. I remember like recording my first voicemail, like when I got my first cell phone, being like, hi, this is Kevin. And then listening back and being like, Jesus Christ, like this is what I sound like to people. Right. I feel like I've always kind of had that. I have a like nasally voice that I've never really kicked. And that's a good question. Like, at what point is it like you're just recording so much that you kind of just get over it? But there definitely was like, you know, the first like year or two, like hearing whenever I was on mic, like, oh my God, just cut this out of the episode.
Same. I have the same insecurity, Kevin, of being a little high and nasally and being like, no, I sound more regular than this. This sounds like a character or something. But
it's a thing I want to compliment with people too, but I don't know how to do it without it sounding weird. I like saw a podcast guy that I like, and he has like a great voice. And I was like, I can't, I would rather compliment someone's looks than like, I love the sound of your voice.
It is, there's something like sensual about it.
Yeah.
Intimate,
about being I really love your voice. Wow.
Yeah.
For sex? Is that what you mean? For sex?
You freak. I get slapped.
Well, you can go ahead and give me that compliment right now, Kevin. I'm right here for you.
Yeah, Dan's got the best voice.
You have a great voice, Dan.
I've been listening to the Lord of the Rings book read by Andy Serkis, and he's very like, he's really chesty and like really like, and I've been like, I want to start talking like that all the time. It really is commanding.
I feel like you're doing it now.
I'm doing it slightly intentionally. Like right now, I'm doing. This is kind of where I am. And this is me trying to do it a little bit. I don't know if you can tell the difference.
You have really good diaphragmatic voice, or from your diaphragm.
Diaphragmatic. Thank you.
I think that's the wrong word. Diaphragmatic.
Are you liking the books? I just watched the extended cuts and then bought the first book, but maybe I should be listening to them as well.
Well, what happened was...
That's what should be what they call their podcast, like what happened was. So what happened
was Bilbo found himself a little ring, and
whoa, we're starting at the very
what happened was our friend Zach Oyama was telling me, he was like, I took a bath the other day and I was just listening to like the music from Lord of the Rings, but he was like, then I came across a podcast that's like kind of it's the book with music behind it. And so I started listening to that, and it's like
Metallica though, and it's like does not fit.
But then the day after I started that, they took them all off of Spotify.
Wow.
And now they're for sale for like $60.
Oh.
So then I was like, okay, I'll get the audio book. There's the Andy Serkis one, and then another one from like the 70s or whatever. And the reviews of the Andy Serkis one were like, a lot of them were like, I don't like the way he does this. He makes all the characters too angry. They're all too mean. And I was like, okay, I'll try this other one. Come on, fuckers.
You shall not fucking pass.
So I got the other one, but the guy, it really bothered me. The guy has no breath control. So between every sentence, he's doing this.
Oh, God.
And it's like, in my ears while I'm trying to take a bath, and it really bothered me. So then I got the Andy Serkis one, and I actually really like him, and I'm like 5 hours into it in 2 days already.
Oh, that's
That's
awesome.
my long answer to that question.
It's funny that sometimes like an author will read like you always prefer an author to read their own book, but sometimes like authors are like horrible readers.
Yeah.
And the like a voice actor will be like significantly better. But it's funny seeing like I don't have any examples off the top of my head, but like seeing a book like, oh, cool, the author wrote it. And then you listen and it's like, and then you see one where it's like, oh, I wish the author was performing
Read
this.
by Gilbert Godfrey. What?
So there I was reading The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It's so funny you mentioned that. On my TikTok today, on his account popped up, but it was his daughter because he passed away. And I scrolled past it, but I was immediately like listening to be like, does she sound like?
I love my father.
Like an old, like, Fresh Prince where it's just like the other character in a wig or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that.
Did I tell you about when I recorded him and Richard Lewis a couple years ago, and Richard thought he was going to be in LA, and he was like, "Where's Gilbert?" And I was like, "Oh, he's in New York. I'm getting the Skype up right now." And he goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? He's not here?" I was like, "No, he's in New York." And kind of under his breath, but to me, he was like, "I'm going to rip this man apart." And then he got on the Zoom, and to Gilbert was like, "How much is a plane ticket to LA?" And he was like, "What do you mean? How much is a plane ticket to LA?" I don't know, like $800 or something. He was like, "You couldn't spend $800 to have a nice conversation with your friend. I'm in a fucking room with one guy, and you're just like down the street from your house." And it was funny. He destroyed him. It was really funny.
That is so funny. I would be so mad if my friend was like, "So you're going to make me have a miserable time all the time?" It's like, get away from me, Richard Lewis. Shut up.
He asked for a Diet Coke and said, don't open it, though. Don't put your little fingernails in it. I'm like, okay, I understand, but like, you don't have to word it that way.
That is so funny. It's like, with people like that, I just want to go like, hey, I don't want to be too forward, but like, what happened?
Yeah, what's going on?
Why are you so mad at everybody?
There's such it's funny, man, because when I hear that, there's like a comfort to it. I think there's like it's like a Jewishness, or like Israelis are kind of like that. I don't think I would like to be around that person a lot, but when you hear it in stories, it's fun.
Yeah.
But there is like a thing that's like, it's such a relic of old, like 80s stand-ups or something. Like you can't be that weird anymore.
Yeah.
Or you would get called out all the time.
His guests were like exclusively 80s stand-ups, and so they're all like in their, like 70s now, all these guys that would come in. So it would be like, we would do a Teacher's Lounge episode with like Echo, and then you guys would leave, and then like a guy who was like a stand-up from like 70 to 74 would come in after you guys and be like, "And what is he wearing?" And I'm like, okay, hold on. the energy shift was so drastic. I would always try to leave before, because they would all try to like do little bits and stuff. That was always cringy, but
right. Nobody's actually having a conversation. Everybody's just coming in and being on.
Everyone has to like watch the little performance when it's like 5 and everyone wants to go home, but then they're like,
right.
Why is this guy razzing my shoes? Like, I don't even know.
And no offense to anybody, this guy looks like shit, and he's making fun of me and my appearance. Come on, you want me to go in on you, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin. So today, for the audio book, we're actually having the author come in and read it. So you'll be recording him.
Great.
He's I don't know, you're a little younger, but he's a huge stand-up from the 80s.
Oh, cool.
He never like broke, but us like, he's a comics comic.
Fun. Great.
And so I would just say on your end, just like roll with the punches.
Sure.
He's not like most of the people your generation now, where everyone's so polite and in therapy and whatever.
Sure. How old are you, by the way?
42.
Interesting. Okay. Just
How old are you?
30.
And you're like, what, 20, 30? Yeah. But yeah, so we should just be. You have everything prepared. I know you're really professional and everything, but just making sure everything's prepared, and we'll have him in and out of here pretty quick.
Yep, mics are up. I got a headphone and bottle of water in there, and whenever he's in, I'll start rolling.
Okay, cool.
Oh, what's happening, you ugly bunch of buttholes?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Is this him?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? It's Shelly McGriff. How you doing?
Hey, Shelly.
Hey,
I wasn't
Shelley.
sure if I could call you the fish. I know that's kind of what you went back then.
Shelly the Fish McGriff. And don't say the fish too loud.
Sure.
Well,
What happened? They were all out of coats at the store you guys were shopping at? You guys look like shit.
Yeah. I guess I should get a new jacket. This one is kind of old.
Kind of old? You look older than my dad.
All right, whenever you're ready, Shelly.
All right. Give me a second. Don't rush me here. Don't rush me. Jeez, God, I got Bob Iger over here rushing me, trying to make the Disney.
I like that.
All right. No.
So, Shelly, we've emailed a little bit back and forth. I'm Maynard.
Is that what you would call it? That's what you called your little messages?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. What would you call it?
There was so much information in there. I couldn't read any of it. So explain it to me right now.
Okay. Well, this is for your intro, the foreword that you wrote to Andrew Dice Clay's new book coming out, his
This
memoirs.
guy needs a mint. This guy needs a mint.
I feel like my breath doesn't actually smell. I don't. Sorry.
It's all right. Didn't get a laugh. It's fine.
Anyway, so yeah, we've printed out the forward that you wrote for Dice's book, and you'll just be reading it for the audio book, and this will be going out in 26 different countries, and it's already pre-selling #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. So we're very excited.
Wow. I'm impressed and I'm excited. So yeah, let's get it. Let's do it.
Do you want me to take your jacket? There's a lot of jingle bells on it. It's going to be a little hard in the mic. I was wondering if I could maybe
wash your hands first. Maybe wash your hands first, and then I give you my jacket.
Okay.
Right. And
You've probably never seen this jacket, have you?
I definitely have
there's-
not.
Yeah, this is an original. This is an original Jingle Bells jacket. It's from 1967, and it was given to me by Mitzi Shore's uncle from Timbuktu.
Okay.
What's the problem? You just fucking sleepy?
Sorry.
There's a pretty demonstrative yawn.
It's just a long.
You need a tissue?
I felt like that was going to be a long story, and it just kind of like hit me. I haven't.
Hey, Kevin. Hey,
Sorry.
man. Hey, come on, man.
Sorry. I'm a night owl.
God,
this was like I know
tough crowd.
you asked for a 7 a.m. call time for this.
Yeah, it's not.
yeah,
It's
I'm working.
9:45 now, but we've been here since 7. So
Yeah. Was there a lot of
what's
traffic?
with your generation? You guys don't want to work till 3:00. Get up. You take your shower. You brush your teeth the night before so you don't have to do it in the morning. And then you pop a mint. And then you get to work.
guy's
You guys want to
obsessed with
sleep
mints.
till 2, 3, 5 p.m. It's like, geez, I've already had dinner by now.
Cool. All right. Whenever you're ready.
cool.
God, tough crowd. All right.
So this starts at the beginning with I met the Dice Man in the basement of a shitty club in Poughkeepsie.
Thank you. All right. Well, I met the Dice Man in a shitty club in Poughkeepsie. Now, this guy was a world-class piece of shit. If you saw him and you saw a duck covered in shit, you couldn't tell the difference other than the fact
So are we
that
getting this
Dice-
cigar rubbing up against the microphone?
Yeah, that is coming in loud.
Dice has webbed feet more than the duck.
Seems like he can't get the match lit too for the cigar. I'm getting a lot of that.
Yeah.
Do you guys have lighters?
No, I just have a vape.
Yeah, I don't smoke.
What'd you say?
Pussy. Real men from the 90s smoke. So it's me, it's Dice, and it's Kirby Puckett, and we're waiting to get a slice of pizza outside of a hot dog
Baseball
stand.
player?
And I look at Dice and I say, what the fuck are you doing? You didn't bring your wallet.
He's cracking
I don't
every
have any money.
beer in a 6-pack open.
Feels like he's not.
You know, I can hear you guys.
Oh, sorry. I thought I had that mic off.
Sorry,
The glass is not as thick as you think.
Well, could I just say, Fish, since we have you in here, politely, I know you did a lot of voiceover in your time, a lot of stuff that was cut from Lion King and Aladdin, and
Yeah, I was Rafiki's older brother. Well, I was supposed to be.
so I feel like you've been in a voiceover booth before. All of this errant noise you're making, that the mic picks that all up.
Yeah.
And so the ideal would be if we didn't have all that noise. If you want to open all those cans in advance and maybe get that cigar lit and keep it just a little off the mic.
You can take your tap dance shoes off too. Those are coming in kind of hot.
I could. Do I want to? Not really. Get some carpet in here or a rug. So isn't this supposed to be a professional soundstage? Where's all the Persian rugs? Every good soundstage is covered in Persian rugs. Don't you know?
I think they stopped doing that when RKO went bankrupt because it was a lot of their budget was authentic Persian rugs.
Well, that's too bad. It's not going to sound very good in here. Listen, someone hold my ring of keys.
I will. I'd love to hold that.
All right, great. So there we are. It's me, Dice, and Kirby Puckett.
He has a key to every bathroom in his house, and they're all labeled.
These are like castle
The window
keys.
is thin, guys. Jeez.
Sorry. Keep going, Fish. Sorry.
Me and Kirby Puckett are trying to get a slice of pizza from a hot dog stand.
I wonder if he'll ever explain.
And I'm screaming at the hot dog guy saying, I don't care that you don't serve pizza. I don't want a hot dog. And Dice has to break it up. But that's the guy he was. Always on the side of justice. Always had a little bit of cocaine. And always picked up the tab. But never for me. The cheap bitch. I mean...
Yep.
Can I take that again?
Yeah. That wasn't last part wasn't in the script.
And just sorry, the like guy with huge hair in his 80s that came in with you was just kind of pacing for a lot of that. I don't know what your relationship is, but could he maybe
that's
sit?
Ricky, my manager / driver.
Oh.
Ricky, what do you need?
Well, he had a back and forth with valet.
A damn broad would be nice. A damn broad. That's what I need.
What's the deal? You guys don't have broads in here?
In the 80s, every time you did a voiceover, the driver would get a broad too.
Ricky, can you please give your car keys to valet? You're not allowed to just park there.
Oh, no. Those guys don't get to touch my car. That's a Lincoln, Nebraska. Okay?
That's fine, but you just parked in the street, and I think the employees are a little upset.
Okay, well, come here. You know who else's car I parked in the street?
Oh, God.
Give him one.
Getting tired.
You know who else?
Give him a pop. Give him a pop. Pop him.
Outside of Katz's Deli, 1977, Colin Quinn's uncle. I parked his car right on the street there. This is when Colin Quinn was a nobody.
Ever heard of him?
Yeah.
I told Colin, don't take SNL. Do Mad TV. Hey, he didn't listen to me, and where is he now, you know? I said, don't do a tough crowd with Colin Quinn. Just guest on Bill Maher every once in a while. Where is he now? All right, I gotta take
That's
it
why
out.
you're the best manager in the goddamn business. God damn it, you're the best manager.
Ricky's sleeping on the couch now, so you can keep going, Shelly.
What, you think Lou Wasserman never slept on a couch? You think Ari Emanuel never sleeps on a couch?
I don't have an issue with it. I'm fine with it. I'm just saying you can continue. You showed up 2.5 hours late, and now we have to move every single person who is supposed to be after you. There's 8 other people that are supposed to record today, and we're on page 3.
Bump them. Now,
I kind of had to.
Me and Dice.
See it.
No, that's what I'm telling you. We have to bump everybody.
Oh my God.
I mean, it didn't sound like Richard Lewis, but I was trying to be as short. I was like, how do you even do him? He's more complainy and less intimidating.
How do you do rude?
Yeah. Just trying to imagine him getting in a fight with Larry David on the
Yeah.
I love the like older guy telling long story character. Very hits home of like, all right, I gotta head out. You know who also had to head out? My second brother.
Right.
And then all of a sudden
I weirdly don't mind the long story, other than the hardest part for me is I want to make someone feel okay for having told it.
Yes.
And when I don't know the thesis or what's funny at the end, I don't know I'm like, oh, what was the main joke here that I can respond to? Other than just like, yeah, that's funny. Like, oh yeah, the guy wasn't supposed to turn left. And it's like, no, the guy was supposed to turn left. That wasn't what was funny. It's like, I don't know.
I was trying to throw you a bone, man, and you threw it back.
I worked at a retirement center like 5-6 years ago, before Earwolf, and was almost like exclusively just would talk to people and would hear like story after story after story like that. But it, like what you're saying, Dan, like there became like a comfort to it of like, all right, now I know my next like 6 minutes are just going to be hearing this story. And then the same thing, trying to like do this detective work of like, I think that was the point, like trying to figure out where I'm supposed to have a big reaction to, or then like having a big reaction at the wrong part where they're like, what? Why are you? He said, what? No, he said he was on his way. Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. I just watched this video of Martin Short, who I love, and I like watching him tell long stories.
Yeah.
But he told this long one. It was from like Conan, and he tells this long story about hanging out at a party that George Harrison is at, and he tells it's like 5 minutes, and they start passing around a joint, and the punchline of the story is just that George Harrison gets the joint and goes, the 60s. And I was like, what's the joke?
Yeah.
like why was it? It's like, what a funny little tidbit if you tell it in 20 seconds.
Yes.
But I was like, what is so funny about this?
What was the audience reaction?
It was like a big laugh of like, we're happy to see Martin Short telling a story.
Sure.
But it was like, in my impression of it was like Conan was like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's, he was just like trying to move forward after the long story.
Anyway, our next guest. That's really funny. I love a long story like that, but it does not really pay off.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like I've gotten caught in that, like enjoying the nostalgia of the memory while I'm telling it, and then going like, oh, that wasn't really good outward.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it was fun to relive the moment, but definitely not a story.
My dad famously did that, where he told my best friends in high school a like 4-minute story about how he was packing a cooler and my mom said the milk wouldn't fit. And he like, so then I reorganized everything and then I got it. And then I got the milk. It's in the cooler. It fit perfectly. My friends were just looking at him so blankly, like it was such a long story. And he's like, and then I said, yeah, I fucking did it. And it was like, that part was clearly not true, but he was like
just
reading.
Adding it.
Yeah, just ad-libbing because he just like bombed with like the most boring story about. They said I couldn't put the milk in, but if you move a couple things around, my friends are like, can we go?
And I pulled out a gun and
I shot it and now it fits.
Yeah.
And then we got a divorce for 3 years because your mother doesn't trust me.
Don't tell Kevin.
Don't tell Kevin. Yeah.
I think part of the reason that's like such a thing for me is because I don't really tell long stories. I get super self-conscious that I'm boring people. And it's like, we're very close with Drew, who is like one of the great storytellers, and like really people love to listen to him. And then I learned after having experiences with him that then I see the story told right away. I'm like, oh, this is mostly embellishment. Like, that storytelling is all like taking the tiniest moment and making it a huge deal of like, they said this and we both looked at each other like, you are crazy. I'm like, I never looked at you when he said this.
Have you guys watched the Shaq docuseries yet on HBO?
Oh no! I've been
The first line is like, he's like, I'm a bullshitter. Like all of my stories are have like a little bit of a, twist on it. And so it says like a true story with an asterisk, and then under it says like mostly. And it feels like the same way where he's like telling stories of things that happened, but he really leans in like the first 2 minutes about like everything I say is like extremely exaggerated, which is funny to like just so openly say that in a docuseries.
Right.
But then as he tells every single story about his life, I'm like, is any of this true?
Yeah.
right. Are you even 7'2"?
They tell a story about like him and his siblings like all getting in this like huge fight with like another family and stuff. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. But the whole time I'm like, be funny if this was just completely made up.
It's also funny to like make a whole documentary and then be Shaq and not think you're interesting enough
Yeah.
to just tell the truth.
Yeah.
Like, he's fascinating to me on every level already. I don't need like fake stories from him.
Absolutely.
Have you seen that thing about LeBron? Like,
Yeah,
LeBron
being a liar.
always lying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's
man,
funny.
I remember that back in 2004. I said that was going to be huge.
He
It's like,
says something
it didn't
in
come
one
out
of
till
those
2008.
clips that I'm definitely stealing, and I have already stolen. Someone like says a quote about like, this philosopher once said, and he starts saying this quote, and LeBron goes, that's my favorite quote, actually. That's my favorite quote. Whenever a friend says something about like a quote or something, I always interrupt them. That's actually my favorite quote.
I love that. That's my favorite quote.
It's really good. It's really like I identify with like wanting to show interest like that.
Totally.
Like if someone's talking about something that's interesting and I think it's cool, I want to be like, yeah, I love that. That's my favorite.
Overly supportive to the point where then
Yes.
I'm like distracted by how I want to appear as if like I'm so invested that I'm not actually like listening.
Right.
Like someone will tell a story and I'm like, yeah. Or like, recording a podcast, I'll see my track and I say, yeah, every like 6 seconds while a person's trying to tell a story. And then there's a pause and I have nothing to like add because I was just giving such big,
Should have
like,
saved up my yes.
yeah, spent all my energy on yes. That then when they're like, all right, what's new with you? I'm like, I gotta go.
I've been listening to your story a lot lately and it was good.
And I liked it. Don't ask me any follow-ups about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to be here on the Moth Radio Hour to tell the story that won me the San Francisco Grand Slam. The story before this was magnificent. That I really, the firefighter that we have here in the studio who, on the last day of their career, saved somebody who was their mom's age, and it was like rekindling their relationship with their mother. That was beautiful, and I'd like to tell mine, and that's what I'm here for. Yeah.
Really fantastic stories from everyone else today. I really appreciate you illuminating the talent that's in the room besides you before you take the torch yourself.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I would really like to hear what you have to say. Now let's all sit down, relax, and turn up our listening ears for this.
Yes.
next month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that I'm done.
Yes, good.
So listen to the next
Thank
month.
you very much. Well,
Looking around the room.
it was a bright little day in 2003, and we were still reeling from the events of September 11th, of course. Flying was a little different, and I was flying on that day to see, my fiance for what turned out to be the last time. As I boarded the plane, I thought of all the ways the world had changed since we met. You see, we had met during
Right.
the Clinton administration, and now Bush was in the White House again.
Sorry. Can I pause you for a second? We have to turn down these audience mics. It is way too distracting. I don't think we need.
I love it. I actually love it. It's really fueling me. It's really giving me confidence. And
I
think
understand
the audience will
the
agree.
energy, but miking every single person is like,
We're really seeing behind the curtain here from the audience.
Okay, yeah, well, maybe his.
I think that
specifically.
you are just being a little bit of a lazy engineer and you don't want to mix all the sound. Not to be rude on mic, but it's just you don't understand truth telling.
Okay, there might be some truth to that, but there are 75 people, and this drops tomorrow. Fine, I'll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I can
Drops.
tell you
Is that
aren't
an industry
listening.
term? Drops.
Drops. That's a great term.
Drops,
yeah.
as in like an album. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I apologize. Audience, thank you so much for.
Hi, I'm sorry. I'm out here in the audience, and I just wanted to say I heard the note.
Okay.
I apologize for piping in so much, and I will do a better job and sit a little further from the mic. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Did these mics?
Don't put your
pick
mouth
up-
on it, please.
Oh. Do these mics pick up breathing?
Or you can talk normally. But yeah, don't.
I just was I'm enunciating because I'm a little further away from the microphone.
I
I'm
was
just
thinking,
worried.
Just
that
letting
my
the audience
breathing
know
when the story
anything
is
that you guys are
intense.
saying, I'm probably not going to like put in the final product. So maybe like a laughter or applause or like maybe a gasp every now and then if there's anything shocking that will make the cut.
Understood. Yes,
Speaking of
understood.
gasp, can you cut out a burst of gas that I had a little bit earlier? I was trying to get comfortable.
And I
in
see
my
you brought
chair, and
another
I
mic
stood
for
up.
your bottom. I'm not going to use that.
Okay.
Show of hands, who else brought their own microphones? Okay, I appreciate that. That's okay. And it looks like some of you went to the mac and cheese taping earlier with the allergies. That sounded cool. With
Yeah,
Mr.
it was an audience full of lactose intolerant people at a live taping of Allergic Reaction.
Yeah, that's
And also at a live taping of Diarrhea Circus.
That's,
Okay.
That's Wee Man and Steve-O's new podcast.
did they
We
feature?
love both
Travis
of these things.
Pastrami.
We love both of these things.
Travis Pastrami was supposed to be there, but he was not able to attend.
His driver was stuck in the traffic of another driver. All right, go ahead, please.
Yep. So you can put your own microphones away. I won't be using that audio.
Yep.
Try to keep the gas to a minimum. It seems it is distracting to the smell and sounds.
Impossible.
This will be the last of me talking.
Thank you.
I understand,
Yes.
and I'll just watch quietly. I can't wait to see this timid story.
Thanks, everyone.
A Clinton in the White House when we met, a Bush in the White House on the last day of our relationship. As I flew from SFO, gorgeous SFO, to the airport in Seattle, SeaTac. And it made me think about SeaTac. You know, SeaTac. And anyway, on the way there, you know,
This one's really mouthy.
hey, I just am losing all of my momentum without the audience reactions. It was really fueling me there, and I'm just feeling
Okay.
a little bit like I need a. I'm
Okay.
still smelling the farts, which I appreciate, but maybe they could be on mic as well as the gasps and the ahas.
Okay, audience, we're going to do another take where you're a little more vocal in your responses. This is going to help out our performers, so feel free to interject throughout.
Okay.
Very good, very good. Anyway, so
What did the interrupting cow say?
oh, very good.
Moo, 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 moo. Says moo. Ha.
This is helping me. I thank you. This is helping me. So as I landed at SeaTac Airport to see my fiance for what I did not know was going to be the last time.
It's a pretty boring story so far.
Oh, and I'm just remembering on the plane,
Big finger wag.
on the plane, I took down a new terrorist a new terrorist was on the plane and they tried to 9/11 Seattle. And I said, not on my watch, not on my watch, because I'm just remembering all of my friends died in 9/11. And so I was very sad.
All right, I'm going to have to interject again. We try to keep these a little bit truthful, and I feel like we would have heard about this happening.
Yeah, a new terrorist. Now, what does that constitute?
Hey, I got this part, guys.
Sorry. I just agree with your notes. You seem like a really wonderful director.
Thank you.
Or engineer.
Siri, was there another terrorist that I didn't know about?
That's your microphone.
Hey, Siri. Oh my God, my Siri went off on my computer.
Oh, the real
That's
Siri heard
embarrassing.
you. Kevin Bartelt, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Happy to have you on the pod. Happy to know you.
too.
Remind everybody again where they can get your podcast.
It's a video. It's called
Your video. It's not your. Oh, it's not audio at all.
It's confusing.
There is no audio.
There's no audio.
Only video, no audio. You can find it on.
What's that?
All right, great plug. The show episode's over. Thank you, Kevin.
What's this thing you're doing out in Los Angeles? It's like radio.
And you work with Conan and Stern. That's cool. I love both of those guys. It's on YouTube. It's called Where the Potty At, Poddy. It's on the Flagrant Ones YouTube channel on December 19th. You can find it there. I really hope I have it done by then, but saying this will probably help with that. So yeah, part 1 of Where the Potty At is on the Flagrant Ones YouTube page.
And where can people find your social media? What's your handle?
Kevin J. Bartelt on Twitter and Instagram.
Great to see you.
You too, guys. I missed you.
Yeah, I miss you too.
Love the show too so much. So happy to be here.
Oh, Kevin.
Wow.
We love you. Kevin is really one of our oldest friends at this point. I remember,
true.
Kev, you used to come and we would hang out with you at like UCB Sunset when we were doing our old sketch show.
Yes, I would. I loved watching you guys at UCB. Dan was my first UCB teacher, so it's kind of wild doing improv with him right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
That's amazing.
First and last, I quit it entirely. No.
I'll never work with you guys again.
This sucks as far as first class goes. If any of them are even twice as good as this, it still sucks. No, I remember wonderful young Kevin in the class, and now he's risen like a phoenix. Well, a phoenix never died. You never died, so not exactly.
Risen like a dead ass phoenix.
He's risen like a raisin.
From raisin to
That's
risen.
beautiful. And everybody out there, thank you so much for listening. Thanks for your support. Thanks to Brian Holmes and Hannah Rehack for their production help. This episode really taught you all what they do behind the scenes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Annie Wu for the logo, Casey Trailer for the theme song, all of y'all for listening. Ryan, would we like to plug BigGrandeWebsite.com, where you can get 20% off all of our Big Grande content for Christmas?
I think we just did. Absolutely. Using the code, what is it?
South
Pole.
Pole. Yes.
Or South Pole 1, South Pole 2. If you want to buy multiple things, you just add a number.
That's right. The code is unique per buy. You can't use it repeatedly. So
I thought you were going to say the code was unique perv.
The code is unique perv. It's named for one of Big Grande.
Everyone should, I was telling the guys off mic, everyone should listen to the Holidays at the Mall series that we did last year. It's so funny. And listening to it last weekend was still making me laugh so much. So if you,
it's evergreen.
yeah, if you want to listen to one,
forever.
jump in with that one right now.
Yeah, we should repost I think we clipped some stuff from the Gandhi one, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah. That was nice.
But yeah, thank you again, Kevin. Thanks for saying nice things. And thanks everybody for listening. We will see you all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.